Are open relationships the new frontier of love, or simply a misguided attempt at redefining commitment? This is the question on many minds as the idea of non-monogamous partnerships gains traction in modern society. Open relationships and marriages, by definition, are those in which both partners agree that each may have sexual relations with others. It's a concept that challenges the traditional norms of monogamy, asking us to reconsider what commitment truly means. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. The mere mention of an open relationship can stir up a hornet's nest of emotions. Trust, love, and affection. These pillars of a relationship may seem to teeter on the brink. Especially for men, it can feel as if the rug has been pulled out from underneath. It's no wonder then that many men might choose to exit stage left when the topic arises. As we delve into this topic, remember, every relationship is unique, and what works for one might not work for another. Let's start with the positives, shall we? Open relationships, in theory, have several appealing aspects. One of the most commonly cited is the increased freedom they offer. Instead of being bound by traditional monogamous expectations, individuals in open relationships can explore other connections, fostering a sense of personal growth and self-discovery. Next on the list is the chance to avoid the monotony that sometimes seeps into long-term relationships. Open relationships can provide variety and excitement, keeping the romantic aspect fresh and invigorating. And let's not forget about the potential for improved communication. The nature of open relationships demands a high level of honesty and transparency. Partners need to be forthright about their desires, expectations, and experiences with other people. This could lead to a stronger, more open dialogue between partners. But perhaps one of the most compelling arguments for open relationships is the belief that they can lead to more honesty. After all, if partners are openly sharing their experiences and desires with one another, there's less room for deception and hidden truths, right? Finally, advocates argue that open relationships can actually strengthen the bond between partners. They suggest that by removing the exclusivity clause, partners can focus on their emotional connection, rather than getting tangled in the web of possessiveness and jealousy. On paper, these benefits sound appealing, but do they hold up under scrutiny? Now it's time to flip the coin and examine the potential downsides. While some people may find open relationships liberating and fulfilling, others may find themselves facing numerous challenges. Let's dive into some of the potential pitfalls of open relationships, starting with the green-eyed monster. Yes, we're talking about jealousy. In an open relationship, you're giving your partner permission to be intimate with others. However, human emotions can be unpredictable, and jealousy can creep in, causing stress and tension. It's like inviting a third wheel to your bicycle ride. Sure, it might be fun for a while, but eventually, it's going to make the ride a lot bumpier. Next up, insecurity. Open relationships can stir up feelings of inadequacy or fear of being replaced. This can be deeply unsettling and can lead to increased anxiety. It's like being on a roller coaster ride, but without the safety harness. It might be thrilling for a while, but the fear of falling is always there. Then there's the potential for increased conflict. With more parties involved, there's more room for misunderstandings, disagreements, and hurt feelings. It's like adding more cooks to the kitchen. Sure, you might end up with a feast, but there's also a higher chance of burning the soup. Moreover, open relationships can erode trust and commitment. Trust is like a house of cards. It takes a lot of time and effort to build, but just a gust of wind, or in this case, an open relationship, can bring it all crashing down. And when trust is compromised, commitment can also wane. It's like a ship without an anchor. It might sail for a while, but without an anchor, it's likely to drift off course. These potential problems paint a very different picture of open relationships. So, where does that leave us? Well, like most things in life, the answer isn't black and white. It's more like a rainbow, with different shades and hues, all blending together to create a unique picture. And that's the beauty of human relationships. They're complex, they're messy, but they're also incredibly beautiful. Here's a lighthearted take on the subject. Picture this. A woman sits her boyfriend down, looks deep into his eyes and says, "Honey, I think we should consider an open relationship." The man, who was just daydreaming about his favorite sports team, snaps back to reality. His eyes widen, his jaw drops, and he stammers, "Open, what now?" Now here's the punchline. The woman, surprised by his reaction, asks, "You're not upset, are you?" And the man, in all his bewildered glory, replies, "Upset? No, darling, I'm not upset. I'm just wondering if I should start drafting my Tinder profile right away or after dinner." It's a joke, folks, but it underscores an essential truth. Men are not oblivious. They catch on quickly when their partner is considering an open relationship. And their response? Well, let's just say it might involve a swift return to bachelorhood. Remember, not every man is ready to share his partner. It's all about communication and respect. So, are open relationships a revolutionary approach to love, or a disaster waiting to happen? As we've uncovered throughout this discourse, the answer isn't as clear-cut as it might seem. Open relationships, like any other relationship construct, come with their own unique set of challenges and rewards. On one hand, they offer the allure of freedom, the thrill of variety, and the potential for profound personal growth. On the other hand, they can be a breeding ground for jealousy, insecurity, and mistrust. It's crucial to remember that the success of an open relationship, like any other, hinges on the individuals involved and their ability to communicate effectively. It's not about underestimating the intelligence of men, or anyone else for that matter. It's about honesty, transparency, and mutual respect. So here's a little food for thought. If the idea of an open relationship is floating around in your mind, it's better to stay single until you're ready to discuss it openly and honestly with your partner. And hey, if they decide to jump ship, well, you shouldn't be surprised. After all, we all have our boundaries when it comes to love and relationships. In the end, the choice is yours. Just remember, every decision comes with its own set of consequences. So tread lightly, communicate openly, and always respect your partner's feelings. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you want, but what's best for both of you.